Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our call. I'm Laura Ozer, and along with my Sylvia Weiss Women's Philanthropy Co-Chair, Linda Schwimmer, we thank you for joining us today. It's so hard to believe that it's been almost 4 years since the last in-person conference, and it'll be wonderful to come together in December to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Lions of Judah with lions from around the world. I'd like to acknowledge two of our leaders who are joining us on this call, Lynn Bider, Federation's General Campaign Chair, and Julie Platt, Chair of Jewish Federations of North America. You will be hearing from both Lynn and Julie today. Before we discuss the conference itself, let's go around and introduce ourselves. Please share your name and let us know if you've attended the conference before, and share 2 to 3 words that describe your experience. If you've not been to the conference yet, please let us know your name and a sentence or 2 about why you're interested in attending. We're going to popcorn this to one another. So after you've introduced yourself, please pass the popcorn onto someone else on the call. And then make sure to unmute yourself when it's your turn. So I'll go first. Once again, I'm Laura Ozer, and I've been to the conference twice, the last 2 times that it was held. And my 2 to 3 words are women empowering women. And I would now like to popcorn to Linda Schwimmer.
Thank you, Laura. I love your words. Although it was double women, the meaning is so strong. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you all for being here. I've actually never been to the conference. So for those of you who also have not been, we can be first timers together because I'm really looking forward to have signed up and I'm really looking forward to it. The reason why I'm interested in going is because, well, many reasons. First, just to sort of take everything in and learn. There's just so much opportunity to learn and learn together in a group. And I think that that's so powerful, just the energy of so many women, like Laura just said. And also to experience and meet from women from all over the country and basically the world. But I've just, as my children have gotten older and I've experienced meeting people from other cities and states and et cetera, from schools or what have you. People say, oh, I know a woman just like you in, Chicago Federation or Florida Federation or whatever it is. So I'm sort of excited to meet women who kind of are doing the same thing that we are in the US and around the world. So I'm looking forward to making connections. Let's see, I will popcorn to a woman I know who's been several times, is Julie Platt.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here with all of you. I'll share a few more words in a few more minutes, but I've had the honor of being at a bazillion line of Judah conferences, and I can't recommend it more highly, but I will talk about that in a few more minutes, and I will pass it off to Ellen Brown.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to attend. I've been to several. They're very educational and a lot of fun, especially after hours, and really excited to honor Rochelle. Oh, I have to popcorn. Sorry. Jody, you're up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jody Simon. Can you see me?
Yep.
No, here.
Yeah.
No, yes. Okay. So I have been to the conference, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times, I don't know, but every time something better happens than the last time. I don't even know how it's possible. I make another better friend. I learned something even more important than the last conference. And just sitting in that room with all of those women wearing their pins, feeling the same thing you are for the same reason, is the most unifying experience I've ever had. It's so great to be part of that community. So that said, how about Margie? I'll pass it on to Margie.
Thanks, Jody. Hi, nice to see you. I think I've been to every single Lion of Judah conference except for maybe 2. I missed one. I was to all of them in DC. I was to one in New York and New Orleans, and one in Israel. I think I missed one in Israel, and they're the best. It's very powerful to be with such powerful, amazing women. And just like women's missions are the best, so are the Lion of Judah conferences. And congratulations to Rochelle. Oh, let's see. Carol Karansky, I haven't seen you in a long time, so I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Margie. We'll have to take care of that.
Yes.
So when I think of the conference, and I've been to quite a number of them, I think about bonding and I think about community. And I think of how we create through our learning together such strong bonds that really build this community stronger. And I think that that is also part of just having fun, because as Rochelle, who I think everyone should mention again, at least once, honoring her.
And I
because she
promise
said-
I'll clarify about it when I talk. So for anybody who
Okay.
doesn't know what we're talking about, I can't wait to tell you.
Oh, good. Then I won't give you any further information. Leave that to Julie, but say that one of Rochelle's mantras is we're going to do good and we're going to have fun doing it. And that's what the conference is all about. And I'm going to popcorn off to Audrey.
Hi, and I'll start with congratulations to Rochelle, and what a great phrase. I love that. So this will be my second Lions conference. So I would say it was huge. My first one in community, because it's really what connected me to the LA Federation, my Jewish home here, and the women here, and it was amazing. And I'm lucky to have lived in a couple other parts of the country and have had friends from literally all over the country that I was able to spend time with in Miami or I guess Lauderdale, when we were in Florida. It was almost 4 years ago. It was January of 2019, January 2019. So yeah, it was just an incredible experience of learning and camaraderie and feeling part of something bigger than myself in our not LA Jewish community, as well as national and international community. So I'm excited about it. Okay, now I totally lost track of who hasn't spoken yet.
Do you want me to pick someone for you?
Yeah, because I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I was,
good.
but I wasn't.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm
Thank
going
you,
to pass
Lauren.
it to Arlene.
Don't have one of those, but you can always put it here. Exactly.
I think Arlene's with the grandchild, right?
Sorry, yes. I have been to the conference, I think 4 times, maybe 5, but I'm not sure. And I just, as everyone has said, I just love the camaraderie. And I am always fascinated by the stories of people and all of the wonderful things that they've done. Sorry, I'm distracted. What? And I'm looking forward to being able to go to this one. Oh, do I have to pass it to someone? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm distracted.
It's all good. I'll pass it. I'm going to pass it
thank
to
you.
Deanne.
Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Deanne, and I have not met many of you, but I am definitely interested in attending. Grandchild there. And I, yeah, just the little bit that I've read about it so far definitely intrigues me. I have always felt drawn to being involved more in our Jewish community wherever I have been or lived, and I look forward to doing more of that. So this seems like a great way to get more involved. Thank you. So I need to pass it to someone who hasn't spoken. Maybe
Do you
I'll
want me
let
to
you.
pass it? Or
Yeah, thank
okay,
you.
so let's pass it to Bonnie.
Hi, everyone. Bonnie Goldstein, new to Lions because Karen has a way of making things happen. And at one point, when I was volunteering as president of our Maple Counseling Center here in LA, Karen brought the Kesher together so that I was volunteering for Federation and also involved with Pritzker, et cetera. And each year she said, it's time, it's time. So this year when she and I spoke, I said, yep, it's time. So now I'm a Lion of Judah and still involved in Maple Counseling. And so I look forward to getting to know all of you. Julie, I recognize you from Sinai Akiba and all of those years there. And I recognize other faces as well. So hi, everyone.
I will pass it along to Barbara Margolis.
Unmute. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I have not been to a Line of Judah conference, and I am interested in getting more involved, and I'm always very inspired being in the women's groups, and especially after my trip with Jay Sanderson to Israel, and just being at a couple of luncheons past earlier this year. It's just very inspiring and energizing, and I'm on to find out more about it, and I'm very interested in attending. Thank you. And I pass it?
You can, or I'm happy to.
You can. I'm not
Okay.
keeping track of all the people
No
that have been
worries.
on.
All right, I'm going to pass it to Susan Shemin. Shemin, I'm so sorry.
Sheeman. I've been a member of Lion of Judah, and I've attended many of the Pritzker events. I've never attended a conference. This would be my first one, so I'm interested to find out exactly what you do, what goes on, and I feel committed to the Jewish women and Jewish community here of Los Angeles. So anxious to hear more information, and I'm glad to hear there are other women on this Zoom call, that this will be their first conference as well. It gives me a comfort factor that I won't be the only one being the first time going.
Perfect. I will pass it over to Lynn Bider.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I'm Lynn Bider. I'm the General Campaign Chair, and I am very excited to go on this, I come to the Lion Conference this year, especially because we're honoring Rochelle. That I wouldn't miss that for all the world. So very excited that my dear friend is getting this honor. And it's fun. It's fun. It's always fun to be together, meet new women. You meet women from all over the country, but especially I think we just bond. We have a real bonding time together, which is great.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm going to pass it now to Roberta.
Unmute. Hi, everybody. Trying to figure, oh, here we go, start video.
Oh, you just muted yourself, Roberta.
Unmute. Okay, I think I'm Hi, everybody. It's great to see everyone. Looking forward to another Lion Conference. I've been to 3, Washington, D.C. was amazing. And New Orleans after Katrina. So there was a lot of work with the Jewish community in New Orleans and New York City. I don't remember that much about that one, but I really love going to the Lion conferences. They are a lot of fun. It's great to be with all the ladies, get together and, be inspired. I'm sorry about this binging sound. I love the breakout sessions, and I as Jody said, it's we always learn something there. We get involved in new projects, and it's really great. So I'm looking forward to going to again and seeing everybody.
Great. I'm going to pass it now to Karen I believe it's Karen Feinstein who's on the call.
Oops.
I got a.
I could be wrong.
Hello?
Karen,
Yes? Can you hear
perfect.
me?
You're up.
Okay, hi. I'm driving my granddaughter to dance class, but I can talk for a minute. I'm so excited that we can be in person again and go to the conference. It's so stimulating. It's fun to meet women who have like minds from all over the country and make friends with them and see them again. And the speakers are always amazing. It's over the top, the type of special speakers we have and the breakout sessions where you can delve into something really more individualized that interests you. So if you've never been, you will love it. And if you're coming again, we're also excited, I'm sure, to do it once again after a few years.
Perfect. I'm going to pass it now to Rana.
Okay. Hi everybody. I'm excited because we're finally going back in person. And this is the first conference that I'm going to be an endowed lion at. So I'm very proud of that. And it's the first conference where I'm an actual empty nester. So I'm really looking forward to that part. And I like the fact that when we're all together, we're able to share the same knowledge and the same ideas in one room, where outside that room, not everybody holds our values. That's all.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm now going to pass it over to Orly. I believe it's Orly.
Oops.
While we wait for Orly, Rochelle, who I was waiting for.
Hi, everybody. I'm really looking forward, obviously, to going to this conference. It's great to see all your faces like this, but it's going to be very different to be able to be together in person. And for me, I've been to many of these conferences, but they're always so inspirational. I call it my shot in my arm to get me through the next few years. And I would say the best part about them isn't only the wonderful speakers, isn't only the emotions that get tugged at and all of the wonderful things that we learn there, but it's really being with all of you. It's to get to know even better the other women in our community, to have time to meet new women in our community, to be able to share just fun times and emotional times as a group of women that have similar values. So it's really, for me, even, and I've been on National Women's Philanthropy and things like that, but really it's about getting to know our Los Angeles community and getting to be with all of you.
Thank you, Rochelle. Orly, I think, are you around?
Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. Feeding the dogs and listening to you all and running over. I'm not sure I'll be coming, but wanted to learn more about the trip, and it's nice to see everyone here. And yeah, just wanted to hop on and get more information so that I know what to expect.
Great. Thank you, Orly. Julie, you're up.
Okay, we got through everyone. So I want to say a few things. The first thing I want to say is yes to everything that everybody said. Those are the reasons you come to Lion. But what I really want to highlight to you, and particularly I really am aiming this at those who have never been before. It feels daunting, I think, sometimes if you've never been before. It's almost the same as when you walk into the Lion Lunch and you've never been there before. What's it going to feel like? And am I going to feel isolated? And am I going to feel comfortable? And I promise you, this is the most warm and welcoming community. And I don't just mean Los Angeles. The Lion community across this country is full of women just like you, all who have their values and their priorities in the right place. So everywhere you turn is somebody that's just delightful to get to know. And I'm just going to share an anecdote with you, and then I'll tell you a little bit more. But this past weekend, I was in Seattle, and my son was in a concert there and wasn't feeling well. And I was thinking, like, how am I going to find an ENT in Seattle? I don't know anybody who lives in Seattle. I don't know anything about Seattle. Oh, I bet there's a Lion in Seattle. And about 2 minutes later, I got the email address of the head of women's philanthropy in Seattle. And about an hour later, he had an ENT. So it's just like that network helps children who go to college in cities where you don't live, people who move, young adults who are starting a professional life in someplace you don't live. It is the most spectacular network of women. They're all of our children's mothers. And that's just how it feels no matter where you go. On a much more serious note, you know, when you make a gift to the Los Angeles Jewish Federation, you're making a gift to the whole system, because part of the gift that you give supports the things that we do in Los Angeles, but also supports the work that we do nationally in Israel and around the world. And this is an opportunity for you to learn about it. You will have access and exposure to people who will share what flourishing communities look like all over the world and the challenges that we're facing as a national Jewish community. And I'm lucky enough to be the chair of the Board of Jewish Federations of North America. And every day I am exposed to a community facing an opportunity, a challenge, or has an innovative idea that I would never would have thought of. And that's what you get exposed to at Lion. You learn things about communities, things that are working, things that aren't working, creativity that exists in a small community that we can use here in LA. And we have opportunities and programs and creativity in our large community that translates across the system. And it's the most wonderful experience to learn. We don't know everything in LA, even though we think we do, just because we're one of the 2 largest Jewish communities in the country. We have so much to learn. And you go to Lion, and I promise I just walk around with a notepad, because I learn so much from the other women from other communities, large, intermediate, and small. So I can't encourage you enough. And by the way, the most fun part is the hallway. I mean, I don't want you to not go to the sessions, but the conversations that happen in the line at the bathroom, where you find out you're related to somebody's sister's brother's brother-in-law, and what happens when you sit at a meal. And I couldn't encourage you more to not always sit with the women that you know, to make yourself sit with people and make new friends across this country. It's an absolute blast, and it will enrich your life, which is why I've gone a million times. And I hope you will become a lifer like I am. And the only other thing that I wanted to talk about is to explain to you what so many people have alluded to you, and those of you who are newbies who don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're talking about the Kipnis Wilson Friedland Award. Every other year, Jewish Federations of North America asks each community to nominate a woman for the Kipnis Wilson Friedland Award. This award recognizes women who exemplify the spirit of the Lion of Judah by proven commitment to the Jewish community through leadership and philanthropic giving. And as you have heard, we are so delighted that the Los Angeles honoree for 2022 is Rochelle Cohen. Rochelle, you could not be more deserving, and it feels so special to get to speak about you. I have watched your passionate leadership for decades. And by the way, Rochelle and I went to Jewish summer camp together. So I really have watched her for decades and decades. Mazel tov to you, Rochelle. I cannot wait to be there to witness this special honor. And any of you who are there are going to get that great privilege as well, to be there to celebrate Rochelle. And I'm going to turn it over to you for any comments you'd like to make.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I am beyond honored to be receiving this recognition. Federation is my passion, and it's a thing I've been doing for years for myself, but it really feels so wonderful to be recognized by my community. And I look forward to meeting those of you that I don't know. I met Susan Sheeman at the Pritzker event. It's nice to see you on this call. It's really great to meet the newer women and help you feel comfortable. Roberta Toproff once called me when she was new to our community and said, will I be okay if I come on a mission? And I said, you will be fine, I promise you. And here she is so many years later sitting with us. So I am honored to get this award, and I really can't tell you how meaningful it is to me. Thank you.
That was it for me. So I don't know who's speaking after me.
It's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Jody Simon. So nice to see all of you on this call. I am the vice chair for the Sylvia Weiss Women's Philanthropy, along with Lauren Schiff, who unfortunately is not on this call, but she will be at the conference. So I was asked to just say a couple of things about my past experience with the conference. And I want to say the very first time that I went on the conference that I remember was New Orleans, and it was post-Katrina, what Roberta was talking about. And I remember being in line at the airport going through security, and a man turned around, he was in line, and he recognized my lion pin. And I remember somebody telling me, if you wear your pin, people will recognize it. And this is the first time it ever happened. And I was just beyond excited that somebody knew what this meant. He said, my wife is a lion. They weren't going to the conference. It was just coincidental, but it was it was a beautiful thing. It really made me know that I was at the right place at the right time, the fact that he would recognize it. And when I went on that conference, I was supposed to go with another friend, and she ended up not being there. So I didn't have a roommate, and I didn't really know anybody that well. And I made some of my closest friends on that trip, and everybody was so embracing and inclusive. And I sat with different people for different things, and I met just the best people. And that was what started my journey on these conferences. Every single speaker that you hear is going to uplift you in some way. There's something for everybody. And I loved the conversation about what happens in the hallway, because you're absolutely right. You find out you are connected to everybody, which is part of the best things about being Jewish. I feel like I'm connected to every Jew in the world. So it's just been great. And I encourage anybody who hasn't been, please come, call me if you have any questions. I would be happy to help you along through it all. So I want to tell you that the conference is taking place December 11th through the 13th at the Arizona Biltmore in Phoenix. And it kicks off at 5 p.m. on Sunday, the 11th, and closes at 2:30 on Tuesday, the 13th. If anybody wants to come earlier, you can come, bring a girlfriend, stay a couple days beforehand, meet friends that live in that part of the country, encourage them to, hear what you're doing there, whatever it is, but make a trip of it. You don't have to just make it about the lion. You can expand on that if you like. The conference registration fee is $12.99 per person, and the hotel rooms are $385 plus tax per night. We encourage you to register and book your room as soon as possible. You should have received the conference link, and we're going to send it out again. So if you did not, don't worry about it, because you will be getting it again. Registration closes on November 15th at 5 p.m. and we've told there's no late registration. So I would recommend you get your registration done and have it. This year's JFNA, and by the way, let me just say JFNA is Jewish Federation of Northern America, for anybody who does not know what that means. They're extending an invitation to all female identified daughters, daughter-in-law, nieces, granddaughters of Lions between the ages of 21 and 31. And these young women will be encouraged to join us as future Lions. So it's a great way to get them started, you know. This is a separate registration link on the conference website for you. Anyone canceling after September 16th will not receive a refund for registration fees paid. So just don't cancel. Come and don't cancel. Just be there. And all attendees will be asked to show proof of vaccine. So make sure you have your cards either in your phone or your actual cards. And while our days are spent in plenaries, hearing from wonderful speakers, we'll also have time for our Los Angeles women to be together, which Linda will tell us about. And I do want to just close with one thing and say congratulations, Rochelle, because I didn't get to say it earlier. And you are why I am where I am. So thank you.
There. Thank you, Jody. Let's see. Okay. Before I share about what our LA, what we have planned for our LA contingency, I want to let you know that this year we're going to have a Lion Buddy for those of you, including me, that have not been to the conference before. And I have the best good fortune of having asked Rochelle Cohen to be my buddy. And when she was gracious enough to accept the Wilson Kipnis Award, she also agreed to be my buddy. So I am so honored, and I feel so fortunate to have her as my buddy. So thank you, Rochelle, for agreeing to do that. Let's see. And once you've registered as a new, as a first time conference goer, then we will connect with you and we will connect you with your buddy. We'll let you know. So just for the details, after the official conference welcome, which is on Sunday, the 11th, our LA Lions will gather at the hotel to get acquainted and to celebrate Rochelle. I highly encourage all of you to join us for this so we can get to know each other before all the programming begins. We will also be reaching out to the Israeli Lions to see if they'd like to join us, which has been a tradition, which I think is just amazing. I didn't know of that until we started kind of getting into details. And we have a special bond with the Israeli contingent of Lions. I'm really excited to get to know them in a more intimate setting like that. So let's see. And then on Monday, December 12th, we have a special night planned at Congregation Beth Israel in Scottsdale. The synagogue houses the Sylvia Plotkin Judaica Museum, which has become one of the Southwest's most important institutions of education in the Jewish heritage.
Oh, I think Linda froze. Is that what I'm, oh, you froze for a second, but now you're back.
Okay, here I am. And it's unstable. Did you hear the part about that we're going to go to the synagogue where Carmi Moncher's niece is there? Okay.
You were just in the middle of that.
I don't want to repeat. Okay. And while this is an optional evening, we hope you'll join us for what is sure to be a very meaningful experience. And we'll share more information as we get closer to the date. Again, I want to say congratulations to Rochelle. We're just so thrilled that you're going to represent all of us with this award. And it's just going to be a really very, very special conference because of you and everything that you bring to it. So thank you. And with that, we'd love to open it up to questions that anybody might have.
I don't have questions, but I want to say two things. These conferences are rarely on the West Coast. So if you're on the fence, like Carpe Diem, it's an hour flight. They're usually like 5 hours flight. And the last thing I heard from JFNA is that they're well over 600 already. So this is going to be very well attended and it will cap at a certain point. So I would definitely get your registration in and be part of this. I think I think maybe the cap is 1,200. I sort of forget, but this is very early on to already be over halfway there. So get your registrations in.
Can I just have one question. I registered, but it didn't take me to the hotel. Was it supposed to take me to automatically to the hotel?
Yeah, mine did. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I wonder how I get back. Should I just go? I don't know. Karen, you have any thoughts?
Lynn, we'll hook you up directly with National. We have some connections, so
Okay.
so that you don't try anything on your own.
Okay,
I think it wouldn't be.
I'll just mess it up, right?
They have staff there that are very knowledgeable.
You should have seen me trying to upload my vaccine. That was a nightmare.
But it's a good question, Lynn, because it does take you to the hotel. But so for those of you who haven't registered, when you do, once you register, you get a confirmation. And if there's like 3 squares on the after the confirmation number, and one of them is a link to the hotel. So you have to kind of read it, just so you don't miss it. And then it takes you right to it, and it has the rate and everything. So you're good to go.
I wanted to say something about the conference itself, especially for the newer women. I know 600 to 1,200 women sounds a little daunting, but you need to know that when we have plenaries, which are big, the entire group together, and it could be 1,200 people, what usually happens, I don't know if they're doing it again this year, but I assume they are, is LA will hold signs saying this is where LA is, so that you never have to walk into a room and say, who am I going to sit with? Where am I going? You always have sort of a destination. You find the LA signs and then you go there. It's the same. You're welcome at meals to sit wherever you want, but there will be people saying this is where the LA group is sitting, so that you never have to feel that you're all alone.
Rochelle, I'm going to interject on that part, because we didn't speak about this, but I happen to have a retro. This is worth a lot of money. This is probably from 1990. No, I don't know what it is, but this is a sign that we made. So it shows LA. And each year, out of respect, they do have different rules, because so some years there were loud signs, not loud signs, but Rochelle's point is definitely to be heard, especially for the new people. We make it as easy as possible so that you can find us in a room. Sometimes there are sections and they change it. This one goes in the front or this one goes back, but we really try to make it so that you feel comfortable, because it doesn't matter. I talk to women all the time, and you think that they're so gregarious on the outside, and then they'll secretly tell me like, oh no, I'm really shy and I don't know who to sit with at this event and such. So if you're one of those women, please know that you're not alone, and we really set it up so that you can feel comfortable. You don't have to figure it out too much. You go into the section, and then as somebody else said on this call, like Julie and others, it's also an incredible opportunity for you when the time is right to sit with other people, because there will be opportunities to do that too. And and I've been on many of these Line of Judah conferences, and it's just really, I have to say, it's really special to see so many women so committed, but there's something about being in a group where it just expands, it multiplies out, and you see the women in other communities, and I'll go, oh, that woman looks just like so-and-so from our community. It's like you see how we're so much bigger than even our LA community. And I think in today's day and age, it's very empowering. And mazel tov again to Rochelle, but I encourage, if anyone has any questions and they don't feel comfortable asking on the little boxes, feel free to call me. I'll be able to answer as well. So
can I interrupt for 1 second? And I just want to say that LA also usually has among the biggest contingency. So you will see, so we kind of take over. So you don't, if this is your first time, you're not going to feel quite so small, because we are a big group. So don't, just keep that in mind.
I'll just say, I'll back that up. Having been new to LA, as well as my first, and a new Lion, and my first conference 4 years ago, I felt so welcome, to the point where then got involved when I got back. It was literally what made my connection. So yeah. And everybody couldn't have been kinder and nicer and made me feel more, welcome. It made me feel connected to my new LA Jewish community. So I think that's pretty huge.
And it's also celebrating, I think Linda said at the beginning, you see that 5-0 behind her?
Yeah.
That's to celebrate again. It's a big deal. It's the 50th anniversary of the Lion of Judah group. You're part of an internationally recognized group of women, and two people, one that Rochelle knows well, her mother, Janet, and Annette Shapiro, amongst a couple of the other ladies, helped bring the lion here. It originally started in Florida, and it's been here, I think, since the middle of, the late 70s and such. So my point is that you are part of something much bigger than yourselves. And again, as someone just mentioned, that I know some of you, said sometimes it's hard to even go to the Lion of Judah luncheon because, again, there's just a lot of women, and then some people know each other. And I haven't met anybody who's gone to the Lion of Judah conference and hasn't come back and then felt so much more connected. Whether you get as involved as Audrey does, that's your choice, certainly. But just even going to a luncheon once a year or twice a year, you start, or seeing people at the grocery store, at your temple. I think that adds a lot of value to women's lives. And I just want to share that that's available for each and one of you. So.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions or comments? I'm missing.
I will say we're also pretty good at finding the bar after everything's done for the evening.
Yes.
We have a good time together and we make sure that we do.
Fantastic. You have
Yes,
to teach me that, Rochelle.
There's
Rochelle,
even women
you-
on this call who actually, and it's not necessarily staff, but who actually go to the bar early and make sure that they get the area so that everyone can hang out together. So I won't point out, there's some people who are not on the call who also do that, but you know who you are. And there is something about whether you drink or not, just relaxing and enjoying each other's company like that.
Sounds great. Well, I can't wait. I'm still looking forward to it. We're basically October, three months away. So it'll be here before we know it. We'll get through the Jewish holidays and then Thanksgiving, and then it'll be here. So if there are no more questions from anyone or comments, I again want to thank
you guys are all so lovely and inviting. Chag Sameach to everyone. Lovely to meet you in this manner. And again, Karen, well done. Thank you for bringing me.
Well, welcome to the Lions.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you so much. So with that, I will turn it back over to Lynn Biter, the general campaign chair and one of our fearless leaders. Lynn.
Thank you, Linda. First, I want to, again, to Rochelle, Mazel Tov. I'm sorry, Julie. I guess I wasn't supposed to say it then. I apologize. But
Don't apologize. You can't say Mazel Tov enough to
That's true. That's true. But I do want to, it will be a lot of fun, and I look forward to being in DC, not DC. I'm not making you fly that far. They're not making you fly that far to Phoenix. But in April, we are having a mission, and I think Barbara alluded, and Roberta, our last mission was last October, which was a phenomenal time. But we are having a mission for the 75th birthday of Israel. April 16th till when? Do you remember, Karen? When does it end?
Hold on one second.
23rd, I believe.
23rd, 24th.
Which goes right into the GA.
It goes right into the General Assembly, which Julie will be her first GA as chair of JFNA.
Second, don't forget Chicago. Chicago's in 2 months.
Oh, right. Oh, well, let me do this
Chicago
first. Anyway, I think it's going to be a wonderful mission with our new CEO, Noah Farkas. We always have a great time on these missions. It's being chaired by Leslie Wallman, who is so excited to be doing this and has such great ideas. We're going to start in Jerusalem, and then we're going to go to the north and then end in Tel Aviv. And we'll have a huge celebration for the 75th, I think, with many communities. We haven't figured that out yet. But I think it's going to be a really fun mission. And if you're interested, let Karen or myself know, but we would love for you to consider coming on that, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, as Julie said, there's a General Assembly in November. I don't know. I assume you've all gotten that information. Also, it's hard to download your COVID, but you can get it done, because I got it done on both. But that's in Chicago, October 30th, is it?
To November 1st.
November 1st, for I think 3 days, 2 days.
It starts October 30th Sunday and ends Tuesday, November 1st.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And when we were at the Lion Conference, always the last day, we all get together and give our reflections. And if you are inclined and feel like it, you may make your 2023 gift there. And it just starts our campaign really rolling and in a much better position starting in January. But everyone, it has to feel comfortable to do that, and it's not a must. But if you can, we appreciate it. And we want everyone to feel really comfortable. And it will be, I promise. And I don't know about other staffs and other communities, but I know we have the best staff in the world. Our staff is so caring, so there for us, wants to make it the best experience for us. And I appreciate them so much. And I think at the end of the day, you will also, if you haven't been on one of these trips. So I hope you'll all join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everybody who is on the call, who contributed to the call. I was so excited to know that this conference was happening again in person, and I'm just even more excited about it now, hearing everybody speak and thoughts, and just a reminder of how very special these conferences are. Again, congratulations, Rochelle. This honor couldn't go to a more deserving person. I am so happy to see some people who've never been to the conference on this call, and I really encourage you to attend. You won't regret it. I can promise you that. And so I would love to have everybody on this call join us. It's an amazing experience, very special. As many people have mentioned, please feel free to contact any of us with any questions, myself, Linda, Karen, Marcia, or Lauren, or any familiar face that on this call, anybody that you would be comfortable with that may have some more experience at the conference. So I look forward to hopefully seeing all of you there and having a great showing of LA Lions, as you've heard is kind of our tradition. So yeah, let's go. Anyway, thank you again to everybody. And we also would love for you to join us this Friday night for a Shabbat experience. It will be at 4 o'clock. You can sign up. You can still sign up, and there'll be a Zoom link. And we look forward to seeing all of you there. So again, thank you, and everyone have a great night.
Laura, I have a question. It's for Laura and it's for Lauren. Unfortunately, Laura and I will both be in Israel this Friday. And I was wondering, since you're doing something in honor of Kathy Guccione, is it going to be recorded? So yeah. I had asked you, I hadn't gotten any answer. I would love to see it.
Sorry about that. I'm actually going to register you, Margie, just so that way you'll get the thank you with the link after. Okay. So you have it. It's been on my mind to make sure you get that. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
And where are you going to be in Israel?
Who's asking?
Lynn.
Oh, I'm co-chair for the West Coast with Laura, actually, of Save a Child's Heart.
Oh, because Noah's going to be there.
Is he really?
Yeah, he and Orrin are going on Thursday.
Oh, Laura, did you know that?
I did know that. Actually, Orit told me. And we will be well, I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning, and we'll be in Tel Aviv until Wednesday, and then we're going to Jerusalem. I don't know what their travel schedule is, though.
So it's predominantly to see the hospital. I have not been there yet, so to see the hospital and the children's home.
Well, that's so wonderful. Thank you for doing that, and have a wonderful, wonderful trip.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Safe and easy travels, and we'll see hopefully as many of you as possible on this Friday at 4 o'clock for our Shabbat experience. Have a great
Thanks,
afternoon.
Linda.
Everyone.
Thanks, Julie. Thanks.